Sometimes the hardest thing to do is to be away from loved ones. For Penny Fredette and Rebecca Bagley, grandmothers to twin premature babies, living 1,900 miles away from their children and now grandbabies is a daily struggle. To help their son and daughter, Mill River graduates, the two women joined forces, holding a basket raffle to raise money for Corey and Caitlin Crossmen. The local couple, now living in Colorado, welcomed twin boys, Bryson and Jaden, in June. Bryson weighed 1 pound 7 ounces at birth and Jaden 1 pound 3 ounces. Today, several months later, the two boys have rallied, both clocking in at just over 7 pounds.
Corey and Caitlin are high school sweethearts. They started dating when they were in 8th grade, all the way through high school and stuff. Caitlin went to UVM for 4 years for nursing, and then Corey signed up to be in the Army for 4 years. But they still connected and stuff. And then before his second deployment, he came home and they actually eloped.
The couple is in Colorado, where Corey was stationed with the military. After the two eloped, they made Colorado their first home together. Just a short time later, Caitlin was pregnant, carrying 2 babies with twin-to-twin transfusion syndrome. At 21 weeks, Caitlin had a delicate surgery to help the babies at Denver Children's Hospital. A week later, her water broke. Doctors put her on strict bed rest, but at 25 weeks, a serious infection forced doctors to take the babies for fear they could lose Caitlin.
That weekend was, excuse my language, we were like a roller coaster. We didn't want to leave the house. Phone calls were ringing because we didn't know what to expect. We were always by the phone. I mean, constantly up and down, and then we get the phone call that they had to do a C-section for Caitlin, and that's when the twins were here. June 7th, they were born, 1 minute apart.
The birth of the boys, while exciting news, was terrifying for a family thousands of miles away. To be a support network via phone and not in person is difficult for the grandmothers. Rebecca flew out 2 weeks after the boys were born to be with Caitlin and Corey and help in whatever way possible.
I think this whole situation puts a perspective on life. And I know when I was out there, it totally changed my perspective on what's important in life. And it's family and just not stressing about things you can't change. And just very hard to see your children going through suffering and there's nothing you can do.
Back home, the grandmothers organized a basket raffle last month with friends. Hundreds of baskets and gift certificates were donated, many from people who heard about Caitlin and Corey's story and wanted to help. Penny and Rebecca say they were overwhelmed with emotion at the event and the people who turned out. They say it shows the strength and commitment of this community to help some of its own. Today, out in Colorado, both Bryson and Jaden are at home. You can keep up to date with how the Crossmen Twins are doing by following their Facebook page, Our Miracle Boys, Bryson and Jaden. There's also an account set up for the twins at Heritage Family Credit Union if you'd like to help the young family.